A historic cemetery is not being kept up, even though your tax dollars are supposed to be put to work there.
Evergreen is a city cemetery in Chester where you can see the grass and the weeds. They're just overgrowing the markers, forcing family members to maintain their loved ones' final resting places on their own. Eyewitness News reporter Greg Suskin asked city leaders what's going on after several families reached out to him. Greg?
Yeah, that's right. I got several phone calls as well as messages on Facebook about this story. These families are upset. They come out here to Evergreen Cemetery to try to pay respects to their loved ones. Instead, what they find is an area completely overgrown with weeds because Public Works isn't doing the job. We found people cutting the grass at their loved ones' graves themselves.
Well, that's true.
Mary McWaters lost her husband in 2010. She showed us where she cut the grass around his grave because no one else did.
I never thought that I'd come out there and it looked that bad.
Others look worse. High grass around them, some markers hidden entirely. Evergreen is a huge city cemetery that's supposed to be maintained with tax dollars.
It makes me angry to see the rest of them around here.
Iva Hopper came to put flowers on her granddaughter's grave. She says the cemetery was always kept up until this year. Now she does the work herself.
I don't know what's happened, but they said the city doesn't have any money.
She's right. Chester Public Works told me employees have quit, others are on medical leave, and budgets are tight. The city used to contract the work out to private lawn services, but that got too expensive. Services are still held at Evergreen. It's also old enough that we found dozens of Confederate soldiers interred here. Some say the city must do a better job to honor all who rest on these grounds.
This is like disrespectful to me.
And it's no longer the peaceful setting visitors need.
It makes you want to cry because these people were somebody's family members and they were loved too.
Now, Public Works did not have any specific budget figures to share with us today. They told me at least they expect to get out here and cut some of this grass by early next week, but they're still trying to fill some of those vacant positions. We're live in Chester. Greg Suskin, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
This sadly is not the first troubled cemetery Channel 9 has covered this summer. The state fined the Chatham Memorial Gardens in Cheraw after we told you the cemetery was not caring for grave sites properly and did not place headstones that families bought. In North Carolina, the state is now looking into the Dobbins Heights Cemetery in Richmond County. We showed you trash scattered throughout that cemetery, and the state didn't even have a record that it existed. You can see a slideshow and more video from the Chester Cemetery by going to WSOCTV.com.